Serpent, because if you've had a look inside, there's a lot of trunk in there. So it's 48 centimetres from base to apex, but there's 180 centimetres length of trunk coiled up inside. I ran a string along it, the full length of the trunk, measured that, and it's the same height as me, so just over 180 centimetres. So it was massive. It was like this big, 550 mil pot. A behemoth of a tree, and he just fit in the back of a ute kind of thing. Took up a lot of space. So the first styling was done in this tree 4 years ago, and that's the picture that was in the newsletter. So a lot of foliage got taken off. Maybe about 8 or 9 months before the first styling, it got cleaned out. So in the newsletter there's those before photos, before the styling was done. There's about 8 months between those photos and the actual styling process. And the challenge was to try and see some of the trunk, because it does a reasonable amount of movement, but you don't want to hide it all, you want to see some of it. So as it's grown again now, it has closed over that trunk again, you can't really see too much. So it's time to make some more changes. I think I'm just trying to lighten the load of the foliage. The mass of foliage is rather heavy now. The trunk is not huge in terms of circumference. It's not a very thin trunk, even though it's quite long. But it's got a decent little base and a nice little flick of movement at the very bottom, in through here as well. But you can't see it. So yeah, we're going to pop about half the foliage off again, do some gins and stuff like that, and wire a few branches. So the front will change as well. The front was always from the point of the pot. The point of the pot was used because it makes the pot a little bit skinnier. When you use the flat side, the pot is a little bit wider. Have the two flat sides come out, so it was kept a bit thinner this way. The trunk is not so big, but you don't really see still even the power of that trunk. You don't see that dual movement at the bottom of things. So it will move the front around as far as I can to this point, so that you can see a lot better what's going on at the base with this beautiful squiggle that's here too, and it gets a lot more strength to the root on the bottom as well by changing the front of that point. So I don't want to take too many things off. I don't really want a lot of this really low stuff here. But these branches come from a fairly unique point of the trunk down here. And if I take them off, then I've got no branching to run up in here. So I'm going to keep working with these. I don't want to take it away from there. That'll give me some strength and improve veins as the tree grows over the years. The things that I'm going to do is take off whole branches. All that stuff there. It's very long, it's very leggy, there's nothing on the inside of that. So it's not so useful to have all of this here. And I'd rather have a little bit extra dead wood too, so I'm going to gin a lot of these branches that'll come off here as well. They just don't need the foliage, so I'll keep a little bit of length on them because I want to pull them back into the tree a little bit, and I'll keep hanging it back here. stays just loose in the pot here. It's not all compressed into the root ball. I think at the top, a little bit more pruning. I think when I get home I'll crack a beer and turn the music on and sit down with it on the turntable and have another look. But that's not too bad. I don't think this is still the right pot for the long term for this tree, but it's nice to reduce it out of that thing. It'll certainly be easier to manage now and carry. Happy enough. So yes, a good soak when I get it home, and then I won't have a drink until it's dry again. Dead flat here, you see. From there to there, or just 6 rooms. Never have a mount. Very bad horticulturally. Cool?
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Better?